Little visit from your mother really put you in a tailspin, didn't it?
Mom's the grand master of putting people's nerves on edge.
Still don't want to tell me what it was all about?
No, it's always the same old thing with Mom.
Darling, I don't know Iris well enough to know what that is.
Count yourself lucky, Paige. Thank you.
Dennis, I want to know what's bothering you. Maybe I can help. Well?
All right, it was about Dad. He's sitting all alone in that hospital room with a guard outside the door and Mom's still out to get him. Never kick a man when he's down. But Mom thinks that's the time to put your boots on.
Dennis, have you ever thought that you might be a little unfair to your mother?
Unfair?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never thought I'd hear you defending your new mother-in-law after all she did to keep us from getting married.
Oh, that's not it. Besides, most mothers don't think any woman is good enough for their son.
Not with my mother. That's not the case this time.
How? She's just concerned about your happiness.
Look, it may look that way on the surface, but what Mom really wants is to get people to dance to her tune. Can't you see that?
She certainly doesn't call the shots for Alex.
Not yet, she doesn't. You know something, Paige? When we first moved to Houston, even I thought Mom had changed, but now I can see it's different.
Well, maybe you should be a little easier on her, honey, after all she's been through.
No, I can't do that, Paige. Can't do it. If you let up with Mom, she'll plow right through you, and right now she's doing everything she can to turn me against my father, and no one is going to do that. No one!
Why do you think Paige is behind Dennis wanting to see his father?
It's quite evident from what I know of her. I can spot Paige's type a mile away.
What type do you mean, Mrs. Wheeler?
Cunning, conniving, vixen.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure. And I won't allow her to destroy Dennis's life.
Maybe you shouldn't interfere.
I'm not interfering.
Well, it sure sounds that way.
Dennis is a responsible adult, and I want him to live his own life. But he's also my son. And when a mother sees her child in danger, she has to protect him. And in this case, the danger is Paige.
Sometimes people have to learn the hard way.
But he has to have a fighting chance. Dennis is too trusting. He's helpless when he's involved with people like Paige.
Mrs. Wheeler, Dennis isn't stupid.
No one said he was.
Well, maybe you should just let Dennis find these things out for himself sooner or later.
But that may be too late. He might not discover her iniquity until she's ruined his life, made him terribly unhappy. Don't you see?
All I remember is that all the times in the past that you've interfered with Dennis's affairs, it's ended up pretty badly.
Vivian, I'm still his mother. And I can't just sit back while he makes a shambles of his life.
Well, what can you do?
I'll think of something.
Oh, Mrs. Wheeler, every time I hear you say something like that, it just gives me goosebumps all over.
Paige is the one who should be getting goosebumps.
What about Mr. Carrington?
What about him?
You think he's going to approve of your stepping into Dennis's affairs?
Who cares? But now listen, Vivian. Mr. Wheeler mustn't know anything about this.
Oh, I'm not so sure you should start keeping secrets from Mr. Wheeler.
It's not a question of keeping
Sounds
secrets.
like it to me.
No, it is a matter of not bothering Alex with this problem. The poor darling has enough to worry about.
I still think you should tell Mr. Wheeler.
Tell Mr. Wheeler what?
Paige, sometimes I feel so caught up with my family and so hemmed in I can't even move. Maybe it'd just be better if I started all over again and got away from everything and everyone.
Everything?
Oh, not you, Paige. But everything that closes in on me and makes me feel trapped.
Moving away from your problems isn't the answer, Dennis.
What else is there?
Well, Maybe you're unsatisfied with your work.
No, I really enjoy running
Now,
Western
do
Auto.
You have been talking about reaching more people. You can't do that from the gallery.
Maybe I can't.
That's why Houston is such a great place to live, Dennis. I mean, it's big and it's still growing, and you could reach a lot of people if you had the right job.
But if we stay here, we're still going to be under Alex Wheeler's shadow. Look, I want to get away from him and Mom, and maybe moving away would be just the thing to do it.
No. Families are important, Dennis. If you turn your back on them now, you may regret it later.
Well, it sure seems strange coming from you.
Why?
Well, you're not that close to your family. You never see Justin or Courtney, and they live right here in town.
It's true. I don't know, Courtney's always so busy at that clinic of hers, and just, well, we never did get along.
What about Barrett?
Barry and I are very close. But ever since Dad's suicide, I don't know. I find it really difficult to go out to the ranch, because so many bad memories.
Is that why you didn't go to your father's funeral?
Part of the reason. But you're different, Dennis. You are close to your family.
Not that close.
But you will be again.
Sometimes I wonder.
No, you will be.
You seem pretty sure of that.
Because I'm going to make it my business to see that you are. It's going to be one of my wifely duties to bring us all back together again.
Darling, you startled me. We didn't hear you come in.
I have to take something out of the oven.
When did you put something in the oven?
Oh, did I say take something out of the oven? I meant take something in the oven. It's some rolls for breakfast.
How are you feeling?
Fine, except for feeling a little bit lonely. She said she'd gone out.
Yes. I didn't want to disturb you. You were so involved in that basketball game on television.
Where'd you go?
Didn't Vivian tell you?
Oh, she said you went over to see Rena and Max.
Well, as usual, Vivian has her information mixed up.
Oh, then you didn't go out to the Deckers.
Well, honey, how could I? If I'd gone all the way out there, I wouldn't be back so soon.
Then you weren't visiting Rena?
Yes, but I met her at the top of the World Club.
Oh, I see.
Here you go. It seems Rena wanted a little advice about her marriage.
What, Rena and Max having trouble?
Oh, no. She just wanted to discuss a few things. Being newly married. Girl talk, you understand.
Well, I suppose so. I just hate having you running off, so late at night. Couldn't have waited until tomorrow?
It could have, but you know Rena. She gets so impatient when she has something on her mind.
Did it go well?
What go well?
You talked.
Oh, sure, we straightened things out.
Well, what was Rena doing out at this late hour?
Well, she'd been shopping earlier, getting some clothes more suitable, for ranch life. She was getting ready to go home when she decided she wanted to see me.
It's funny, I don't remember hearing the phone ring.
Oh, it didn't. I called Dennis at the club, and Rena overheard him talking to me.
Oh, well, that explains it.
I'm sorry I worried you. I'll try not to rush out any more without saying something.
Good. How was Dennis?
Not very well, I'm afraid.
I'm sorry about that.
He's unhappy about not being allowed to see Elliot.
Well, I suppose that's understandable.
Now he's asked Stryker to make arrangements for the visit.
I don't think that'll do any harm. Do you?
No. You're probably right.